In this lesson, we're going over the song "The Lord Will Provide" by Passion Music. So that first chorus is going to sound something like this. And everything I need, my Father has it, my Father has it. Every single time, the Lord will provide. My Father has it, my Father has it. So as you can see, we got the capo here on the first fret. The original key for this song is actually in the key of B. So we're going to use chords in the key of G. The chords that we need the G chord. Same chords I was playing just a minute ago in that intro. I'll explain that in a second. So we need the G chord, we need the C chord, we need the D chord, we need an A minor chord, which easiest way to do an A minor chord in the key of G is just to move that pointer finger up one string and strum the bottom 5, muting that top string or just playing the bottom 5 strings. You can also play an A minor like this if you want to, kind of keeping that pinky finger locked in on that high E string to make it easier to get to the next chord, whatever it is. Or if you wanted to, if you're a little bit more advanced and you just want to play that full A minor 7, you can do that right there. But then we need a G over B, which is just your G chord. Pull that middle finger off right there. Kind of like that A minor, you're just moving that pointer finger up one. And then the last chord that we need is an F chord in the very ending bridge. So that'll be this one right here. Now, since we're in this F here, I also want to show you in that little intro playthrough, I was playing this C the second time through. So we'll also want to know this C. And then I was sliding up to this D chord right here, that second time through. So those are also some chords and chord voicings that we'll go over and we'll kind of cover a little bit later in the song. So back to the capo. I'm bringing it down to the capo on the first fret because it's just a little bit easier for me to sing. So make sure you know that you can move the capo around to figure out what key fits best for you. I'm playing the same chords right there, just down a couple of steps. Alright, so as usual for this lesson, we're going to go through each part of the song. I'm going to have the chords and the lyrics up on the screen so you can follow along. I'll have the chord charts for this song on my Patreon page, so if you need to download them, if you need to print them off or put them into a PDF and write some strum patterns, that's on my Patreon page, so the link for that will be in the description down below. So this song, really pretty simple. It follows the same chord progression for about 3/4 of the song. So intro, verse 1, chorus 1, verse 2, chorus 2, and then the chord progression changes just a little bit for the bridge. So let me show you the strum pattern. I'm going to show you 2 strum patterns. The main strum pattern in our chord progression, as you can see, is just G, D, A minor, C. And the main strum pattern that you can use is this one. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So with that chord progression, it would sound like this. So that's what it would sound like when you're playing that strum pattern. What I would do for the intro and the first verse, and maybe even the first chorus, just because the song, we're just kind of getting into it. We're easing into it. We got a lot of parts to this song, so we don't need to be cranking full speed ahead with that strum pattern right away. I would just take out that second down strum and just to have a little bit more space there, something like this. So you're still keeping that same down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, but you're just taking out that second down strum. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So that's what I would do for this first, for the intro, for verse 1 and chorus 1. And then also on that C there, you can do a little hammer off or a pull off. You'll hear that in the song. So, look at the flowers and all of their beauty. I don't have to wonder, you know what you're doing. So why would I worry at all? You're faithful to supply and everything. So that'll go into the chorus 1. So again, just on that C, that hammer off or that pull off, you're just doing this. You're doing your normal strum, you're just pulling off on that pointer finger on the D string. So just that last line there. Because you're faithful to supply. Because you're faithful to supply. Chorus. Everything I need. Everything I need. My Father has it. My Father has it. Every single time the Lord will provide. My Father has it. My Father has it, yes. Getting into verse 2, this is where I would do the full strum pattern. Look at the sparrow, lacking for nothing. No fear of tomorrow, or what it will bring. If I have you, I have enough. 'Cause your love will satisfy. So that gets into chorus 2, which is really the same as chorus 1. There's just a little bit of a different ending as we get into the bridge. So just that verse 2, you see I'm kind of using some of those different chord voicings that, that A minor right there. I'm using that C since I'm right there. It makes more sense to go to this C as opposed to pulling this off and going to this C. And then I'm using that D sliding up. And then I was using this G right here just because it's a little bit easier when I'm boom, 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 boom. So just that's kind of what I'm doing there. You can play those regular chord voicings if you want, or if you wanted to mix it up, and you can use those. So getting into chorus 2, everything I need, everything I need, my Father has it, my Father has it, every single time the Lord will provide, my Father has it, my Father has it. Father has it. Right into the bridge. So seek first the kingdom and its treasures and everything else. So this first time through, we can afford to just kind of be a little bit soft and maybe just do a down strum. Or if you wanted to keep that strumming, you could. But we do this bridge twice, so we want to have some space the second time through to build it up. So I would just do something like I did there. So seek first the kingdom and its treasures and everything else will be added. And all that I'm needing, yes, I know the Lord will provide. Maybe a little rhythm. No, my God's not empty-handed, 'cause He gives us blessing upon blessings. And I'm still believing, and I know the Lord will provide. So second time through, a little bit more rhythm. To seek first the kingdom and its treasures and everything else will be added. And all that I'm needing, I know the Lord will provide. 'Cause I know my God's not empty-handed. He gives us blessings upon blessings. And I'm still believing, and I know the Lord will provide. To the chorus. Everything I need, everything I need. All right, so that goes into the chorus too, and then depending on which, I guess, version of this song you're doing, the shortened radio one or the the live one, you'll do the chorus 2 again, then you'll do the bridge again, maybe twice, and then there's kind of like an ending bridge tag. So we'll come out of the bridge, 'cause He gives us blessings upon blessings. I'm still believing, and I know the Lord will provide. Ending bridge tag. And I know the Lord will provide. And I know the Lord will provide. All right, so that shows you how to play the song "The Lord Will Provide." Hope this helps you out. Again, if you need the chord charts to download or print off, they're on my Patreon page. The link for that is in the description. And if you have any questions or comments, just drop one down below. All right, love you, bye.